Alright, welcome back. Part 2 of my latest cooking video. We are going to do the eggs. I've cooked the 2 steaks. I got some of this spent oil in the pan, so what I do with my spent oil is I put it in the old pickle jar. I fill these pickle jars with oil, and when they're completely full, I mail them to my representative in local government. I don't know what they do with them, but I don't get any complaints. So that's what you can do. If you're in America, you can send them to your congressman, the mayor of your city, or if you want to be so bold, you can even mail them to your president, or here in Canada, send them to the Prime Minister. There you go, a nice pickle jar full of oil. The beauty of sending stuff to the Prime Minister is it is free postage. So you just stick it in a box, send it off to Ottawa. Everybody's happy. So, as we know, I got this little business venture on the go with the egg emojis. Here's one of the favorite egg emojis. This is a more pensive egg emoji, and the elusive. Nobody thought it was possible, but it's a dog emoji. Oh, egg emoji. Roof, roof. Little ventriloquism there. Everybody loves that. So I got some butter in the pan. Pan is heated. Now I take my egg emojis and I'm going to snap. Throw them in the pan, drop them in the bowl. You can use any non-toxic bowl for this. If you have a bowl from Mexico that has been painted with oil paint, lead paint or oil paint, probably not a good idea to use that. But if you have a nice non-toxic bowl, feel free. Oh, everybody hates it when the poor doggy egg emoji meets his maker, so to speak. There's a lot of heat coming off of this burner because I had just cooked those steaks. So I'm going to lower the temperature a little for these eggs. Now, I'm going to whip these eggs up a little. I use this device, fork, mash the yolks, and give it a stir. Some of you out there might be wondering why I'm only cooking 3 eggs today, as I usually cook 4 or 5. Well, I only have 3 left. And this is the end of my steaks as well, so I will be going to the supermarket at some point today. It's only 8:30 in the morning currently, so supermarket, I don't even know if it's open yet. Alright, so I'm going to pour these into the melted butter right there. And pan is going back on the burner. So I turned the heat down to 3. I had it on 5 or 5.5 actually when I was cooking the steaks, and there's still an awful lot of heat coming up. So I have some previously grated cheese here in the fridge somewhere. When I get a block of cheese, I generally grate the whole thing. Now, unfortunately, the grater wasn't great, so I got some big chunks. So I'll break them up with my fingers. And throw them in the eggs. A little bit of cheese makes the eggs a little more palatable. I don't really need to put any eggs in the cheese today because I might eat the eggs with the steak. Usually if I eat steak and eggs, I just eat steak and eggs and I lay off the cheese, but I think I'm gonna save these eggs for later, and I'll probably make a sandwich. And if I put up a video of me making that sandwich, you will see that it's basically 2 pieces of bread, buttered, toasted and buttered, with honey mustard. I think I'll put honey mustard on with the egg and maybe a slice of bologna, and it makes a fine sandwich. But a lot of you out there might say, oh, look at this guy with all the cheese and butter and steak and eggs. He's gonna have a heart attack. Well, I see these people who go around eating whole grain bread, granola bars, all this healthy stuff, avoiding meat, eating plant-based stuff. Well, they might think they're healthy. I disagree. I think the information we're fed, much like the food we're fed, is not accurate, because most of these people are not healthy, powerful, strong, looking good. Most of the people who criticize the way I eat, if you stand next to me, they look a lot worse than I do. And I won't tell you my age, but probably older than a lot of you might imagine. So I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing. Seems to be working. I try to eat one ingredient foods. What does that mean? Well, when I go to the supermarket, I don't like to buy pre-made food, frozen pizzas, things like that. Yes, I buy them from time to time as a kind of treat. I like one-item foods. I like to buy steak. I like to buy eggs. I like to buy butter. I like to buy onions. Single items, single ingredients, and do my cooking, mixing, matching at home. These time-saving foods, these pre-packaged, already made type things, this is a product of World War II, actually, with the pre-made time-saving foods and the powdered coffee and things like that. Instant coffee, instant this, instant that. You think you're saving time, but you're probably speeding your journey to the grave with a lot of these time-saving devices. So I'm gonna flip over this. So I think this one is pretty well done. Looking good. I'll take it off the heat. It's still cooking due to the internal heat of the actual egg and the heat that's left in the pan. So I take it off the burner. I'll flip it over another time. I'll put it on a plate, and before you know it, it will be fine. I don't know if you can see this, but it looks lovely. So, as I said, that's a 3-egg with a handful of cheese, cooked in butter. I might cut it in half, put half in the sandwich, eat half of it with my steak, or I might just save it, put a half of it or all of it in the sandwich later. See how I feel. don't have another clean plate. So granted, this plate is too small for this. Call it an omelet if you wish. Not much of an omelet. If I was making an omelet, I would probably do it quite differently, but I'll call this an omelet for argument's sake. And there you have it. Tune in later for my next shaving video. Till then, who loves you, baby? This guy. Take care. Hope you're doing well.